What's up, everyone? My name is Carter Banks. I'm a singer-songwriter and producer for Timcast, and today I wanted to clarify something that seems to be a common misconception, and that misconception is Apple Music is not iTunes. Amazon Music is not Amazon. Both of those two things are Amazon and Apple's ways of imitating Spotify to try and corral their audiences and bring them away from their physical product, their physical digital product of owning a song, and have them pay for a subscription service just like every other company seems to be doing. You know, you have software as a service, whatever as a service. Now they want music as a service. They want this because who knows? But in reality, it will definitely help them control, you know, what songs get to the top, because if you have control of the entire music market, then you can put whatever you want to on the front page. But that aside, Apple Music is, like I said, Apple's version of Spotify. When they send you to, say, for instance, I'll use our song Coming Home, featuring Phil Labonte of All That Remains as an example right now, because we happen to be in our final day of the tracking week to chart for Billboard. So Coming Home, our strategy on this song entirely has been to promote iTunes. The reason for that is because iTunes and Amazon and Bandcamp, for some reason, are the only three certifiable ways to sell music and have it tracked by Illuminate and also count towards Billboard. We don't have Bandcamp. We do have Amazon and we have iTunes. Amazon is kind of a roll of the dice. In my experience, you don't typically sell a lot on Amazon, and if you do, Amazon will not always send the correct ISRC or UPC. It's kind of like sometimes they'll send the UPC, sometimes they'll send the ISRC, and the ISRC is the only thing that counts for singles tracking, like with Coming Home. So we're going full iTunes, or bust, if you will, on this one, because iTunes counts every time. That said, only half of our audience probably has an Apple product, which is all you need. But the important thing to remember here is that iTunes and Apple Music are two different things. Apple Music is Apple's Spotify. That said, they make it incredibly difficult to actually extract and provide a direct link that, gets you to iTunes and then opens up the player and then allows you to, click purchase song, which is 150 times more powerful than if you were to stream the song on Apple Music. So essentially what we're doing is I have tried my best to reinvent a link that actually works in every country. It's like a geo link, and basically this link, I had to create like an algorithm in numbers to make this link work, but you basically, I take the link that Apple Music gives you and I recreate it to where it throws you to Apple Music and then opens up iTunes and says, click. So it's got to do all these things. And that said, the link also has to be, for some reason, crafted in such a way that it doesn't get distorted by like Twitter. So when you have like a Twitter, if you try and post this link on Twitter, this geo link for iTunes, it's going to, once Twitter turns it into like a t.ko, or X turns it into like its own variety of link, they're going to change it up, add an extension on. It's not going to work. But like the workaround that we've had is, for instance, buying a vanity URL like getcominghome.com, redirecting that to the redirect link that I made, and then that sends you to iTunes, opens up iTunes, and says, hey, buy the song here. So Apple Music and iTunes are two separate things. Apple Music is Apple Spotify. iTunes is the traditional digital way of owning music. That said, since nobody buys music anymore and most people stream it, that is why it, counts for so much more than a stream. So, it's all very diluted, and I gotta think it's probably on purpose because they want everyone to be subscription-based. Because in a world where you have people that are dependent on a subscription to keep coming back to your site, I don't have to explain basic economics to y'all, but, it kind of sucks. And Apple's making it very difficult to they're confusing everyone on purpose, I think. But moral of the story is here, Amazon Music is not Amazon. Apple Music is not iTunes. They are two separate things. One of them is important to know because one of them is 150 times more powerful than the other. And you also get to own the song, which, that's something we all forget that we could do once. That said, go to buycominghome.com if you want to help us support this endeavor. If you want to, before the tracking weekends at midnight tonight, it's October 3rd, if you want to help support and you want your song buy to be 150 times more powerful than it would be as a stream, head on over to buycominghome.com if you have an Apple product. And if you have no Apple products and you want to risk it, you want to roll the dice with Amazon because you still want to own the song, that's fine too. You can go to getcominghome.com. And those two links, those two domain redirects should take you to the appropriate places. And yeah, thank you all for so much support, and see y'all at the charts.